Hello and welcome to Mad Owl Goes Racing, and today we are on Automobilista 2 Beta 6 and having a look at what's changed. Well, the first thing that's changed is they have added the Roco 01, which is been added to the P4 class, which apparently it should have been a P3 car, but that will be changed in hopefully the next update. Added setup list page. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but we'll have a look. Implemented options to manually saving loading setups. Fixed reset default button on quick setup screen not working. Remove the restart button from the multiplayer session menus. Fixed menu activation navigation in replay screen. Added controller navigation to quick setup screen. I thought it was already navigable via a controller, but maybe not. Fixed control screen displaying when returning from a custom event setup overview. Don't remember seeing that, but there we go. Fixed alignment and colour of delete button in setup list. Added autosave help text. Added in-session options screen for gameplay controls, camera, audio and VR. And that's basically whereby if you're in a session and you press pause, there was no way of getting to any of the options to change, say, your FFB, which makes it a pain in the butt to actually keep having to go back all the way to here, going to options, change your FFB and then go back into a session again. Now you can just go pause, options, select what you like, so it's quicker to get in and out, so there's no loading, which is exactly what Project Cars 2 allowed you to do, so there's no reason why. I presume they were just trying to keep things simple. Revised physics for the GX390 race and rental. I'll have a play with them later and see what they feel like. Metal Moro MRX adjusted front suspension geometry and fixed the clutch, which was mostly causing problems for the AI, bizarrely. Adjusted default tyre pressure and ranges for all cars. Added initial driving aids and gamepad sensitivity values to all cars. Well, I did have a play with the gamepad. Was it this morning for about 10 minutes before I got inundated with people going, I can't do this on my remote connection to the offices. Can you help me sort this out? Which I then spent the morning doing, even though I was planning on doing this morning. Fixed AI behaviour towards first corner on race start. Apparently after the last build there was some changes made that were causing rather too many first corner accidents. Just like multiplayer online, really. Fixed AI throttle application values for several cars. Again, that's an extension of what they were doing for the previous build, where they were changing the acceleration out of corners to either reduce it or increase it for specific cars. Several AI behaviour parameters to improve racing ability. Well, this comes down to the fact AI are complex. They have lots of little parameters that you can play with, and you have to get the balance right to make sure that when there's an overtaking opportunity that is sensible, they take it, and if it's not sensible, they back off a bit, unless the aggression's really high, in which case they might take a dive. So you got to try and balance all these different things, and it really is a case of you adjust one thing to try and make it better in one area, and you completely screw something else up, so you just have to make these little adjustment, and it can take months to get them right, and it may well do, but I think everything's there to get good AI. It just needs tweaking. Calibration to the AI performance on several cars. Disabled birds in external view. Apparently some people were complaining there was too many noisy birds about, especially at night. Sprint race. Fixed missing some samples from previous build. Adjusted volume for the MRX Honda on chase view. I'm not sure which way they went. It was either too quiet or too loud. F3 engine pan lowered. Tracks, Imola 2019, further fixes and art pass, plus added 3D road patches. Imola 1988 art pass, Alton Park minor fixes and added 3D road patches. I hope these 3D road patches are not too big, because what you don't want is feeling like you're jumping over a curb every time you hit a little. You want a bit of a knock. Maybe make the patch different. I think I said this last time, didn't I? To get the patch to feel different without actually having a big lump between the two. Maybe a little in your FFB. Montreal increased AI performance for both layouts. Spielberg added 3D road patches. Which version of Spielberg that was, whether it was all of them, I don't know. Updated TV cams for Azure and Adelaide. Vehicles updated, and new liveries for the Impala, Old Stock, AJR and Ultimate Race. So, what are we going to have a look at? Well, we'll have a quick look at a couple of menus, because that's really exciting. And then see what else is about. Right. We go in, obviously you've got all your options here. And the idea is that when you're in, say, a test day, and what we'll do is we'll go with the new car. Why not? And as I said, it's meant to be a P3, but I've actually put it in the P4, and it's this. Yes. I don't know what liveries we've got. Not a lot. Red or blue? We'll go blue. Select, and then trying to think, where haven't I been that I've... Have I run around there in a video? I can't remember what we will, and where we're going to set it for. Summertime, 7 o'clock in the morning. I think we'll make that about 9 o'clock. Make it 8 o'clock. So it shouldn't be too hot. I don't know whether it'll be nice and light or not, but sometime later, but not too long, hopefully. Right, set up, load and save, so we can now, obviously no save for this, so hopefully the back button works. If we want to save, we can obviously do the create a new setup, put it in all tracks, or very, very similar to most other sims, in fact, where you can save on an individual track basis or whatever. Anything else that was changed in here? Advanced setup. Don't think there was anything we hadn't already seen. No. Oh, there was options. Now, at the moment we've only got gameplay controls, camera, and whether or not they're going to add the sort of visuals later, I don't know. Obviously some of the stuff you can't change without a restart anyway, but there's no reason why you couldn't have the stuff you can change available here to change on the fly. And you should, once we start. Am I sat a bit low? Am I pressing the wrong button? Yes, I was. It might have been a bit low. Obviously I can't see where my head is here, as I haven't got one. Not like in VR, where you can just look across and go, there's my shoulder, in VR, and work out where your head is. If I press pause, you can see we've still got the options. So now we can go, oh, I want to change my force feedback settings and change them, or edit the assignments, or configure something, which hopefully, I can't remember what force feedback settings I'm using at the moment. These are still being tweaked, I think, by most people. They're deciding what they want to do as far as that's concerned. Should we be turning left or right? I can't remember. I think it's left. I think we're going the right way. Now, I have to say, I'm getting a hell of a lot of road feel and noise from this, so I think the general consensus is this car definitely has a lot of banging and thumping him through the wheel. Whether it's maybe a tad excessive, I don't know. There's a fine line between getting some road feel and making it so that basically you just spend all your time going, I'm struggling to actually keep hold of my steering wheel. I have to say, it is feeling rather nice. Now I must remember that this track has a big lay-by here, and if you forget about it you can end up going into a gravel trap. Who invented those words? I can actually feel a bit of understeer fade there, which is good. Apart from the funny clicky noises on the gear changes on the downs there, I don't know why you'd have that, but and it doesn't make any noise on the upshifts, but it does on the downshifts. It really does load up nicely. As you get faster, you get more load, and as you turn in, just on the edge of grip there, again a nice association between what the steering is telling me and the quite quiet on this particular one, road scrub noises from the tyres. Finish this lap and we'll have a quick look at the back, getting a little bit lively there. Try and carry a bit of speed through it. Ooh, drifting a bit wide. You definitely feel the as the tyres are warming up. Again, my mug's in the way of the display down the bottom here to see that the tyres went from being blue to a nice shade of green now. If I pause, you see up the top there we have a nice green slick tyres, whereas we restart a session it should start with nice blue tyres. So we'll have a quick look at the GX390 cart and see if I can feel much difference in whatever's been changed on that. If I can find the carts. Oh, there's the cart. We'll go to the 390 race and we'll go to, when I press the right button, find somewhere with a kart track. I'll probably get lost halfway around the first lap, but I don't know how many kart tracks they're hoping to end up with and whether they're going to add a few more elsewhere around the world, because I have to say the karts, every time I tried them I felt really rather nice. Am I going mad or have I gone the wrong way? He waved me that way. No, let me, there you go, that's embarrassing, I'm lost. Oh, have I found a car? Oh, I found a track. Am I in the right place? Am I going the right way? Maybe. Unsafe crossing. I think we might be going the wrong way here, but whatever. No, that doesn't work. Sim fail there. You can't jump up and down and make your car go faster. It's quite funny to watch people doing that on rental cars. They're lumping up and down thinking, oh, don't make it go faster. No, it speeds it up and then it slows it down as you move backwards and forwards. But I think it's might not have been the best choice of course. It's a bit tight. I get the impression this thing wants to sort of spread its legs a bit and go a bit quicker. Come on. Bit of a straight. It does feel nice. It's definitely got a bit of it's not really rotating, but it does feel quite kart-like. Obviously my cheap and cheerful crappy old wheels probably not doing the amount of weight you can get into the wheel justice, but and probably the single cylinder engine probably makes it feel or sound slower than it's going. I probably should have checked what the date was and how cold it was, because the tyres are taking an inordinate amount of time to warm up, but I'd say it feels like it's got a bit more feedback than it did the last time I drove it. I've not spent an inordinate amount of time in the karts, but I do feel like it's got a bit more what's the word I was looking for? Road feel and a bit more you feel a bit more of the noise through the wheel than you could last time. I keep forgetting how tight that corner is. I'm not a huge fan of these really twisty courses like this. I prefer something a bit more open and with a few more sort of fast corners. Yeah. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Yeah, we're going to see if we can get the back end to step out a bit in a minute. I'll just have a quick check. How warm is it? Oh, it's only 15 degrees. Oh no, didn't make it do that. No. I meant to do resume. Quite cold track temperature, so it's now one of the tyres are staying a little bit on the chilly side. I don't know if it's some turn in a bit on the brakes. No, it doesn't. It's almost like it's either can't lock a rear axle or because what you should be able to do is just, as you come into a corner, lock the rear axle and basically do that. Only it felt like it was only locking on one side rather than locking both sides, so a little bit strange. But feel wise it's better. It certainly goes around the corners okay. It's just I get the impression you should be able to sort of almost drift it into the corners. Certainly the last time I drove a real car I was sideways into everything, so, but then I am a lunatic. So that's the main changes are things like the options. There's definitely improvements in the FFP yet again. I think every single time I fired it up, whether it's just the cars and carts I'm choosing or what, but every single time there's been FFP improvements, and a lot of people have said it's now getting closer and closer and closer to how AMS 1 feels. So that's good for those people who agree that that really has got nice FFP. I still see a few people saying that they're not getting enough feel on the brakes and things like that, but I do feel I can actually tell when I've braked, not so much in a straight line, but if you're turning in slightly you can tell which wheel is locked on the front, as you sort of get little pulls left and right depending upon which side is locked. So it's definitely going in the right direction. I can't remember when they said the next release was meant to be. They seem to be upping the cadence a bit, so whenever the next one comes out I will report back. So for now, stay safe. Don't forget it's a beta, there's going to be things wrong with it. I keep forgetting to say that, but for now enjoy racing and I will see you soon. Goodbye.